Well. I told y'all this camera quality was horrible. Didn't I tell y'all that? hmm This camera quality is horrible. Can we talk? Yes. So I'm not going to be on camera anyway when I'm presenting this. We are going to present this class. I'm sure you guys can still hear me. We're going to keep it cute until, a little more people come in here, honey, so they don't ask, what are we talking about? Well, it says on the headline, honey, a matroness, honey, or matronese, Isis, the Great Awakening. Yes, honey. I want to start this out by saying, hail to Mother Isis, the mother of all things, all races, that extends from the moon race people. People are connected to that good old tea. Mm, yes. So we're gonna see. We're gonna get this in a little tea, honey. Let me open up my slide. Oh, y'all came in here so quickly, honey. Come on, Lady K. That's right. Oh, it's very bad, honey. Girl, this is not high definition. Okay. I like to be seen. And I want you to see all my flaws. Okay. I want you to see if I got a booger in my nose. I want you to see if my eyes are twitching like that. Okay, I want to see it all. Okay, come on. That's right. Come on. Yes, come on. Ow. Yes, honey. Hell. Come on. Yes. So we're gonna go straight into it. And for those of you, let me make sure there's no tea showing. Ain't no tea showing. Nope. Okay. Okay. Y'all can see a little bit of that at the end too, huh? Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to worry too much about that. Okay. So let's share this screen. Let's share this TTT. Ew. Let's see what y'all can see. Yes. Let's see what y'all can see. Oh, there's a little bit of a delay. Or did I backwards? Hold on, did I backward? Did I back something up? Oh my god, I didn't share the screen. Hold on. I got something scratch my nose. Oh yes he did. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yep. Okay, we're gonna exit out. Yes, honey. Lisa. And of course, everything that I say or everything that's on this slide, I'm gonna read out loud anyway. So if you can't see it, oh, you can see it. Oh, there you go. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. So, oh, did I stop sharing it? Oh my God. Hold on. Girl. I guess I meant to put hide and not stop sharing. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, this class is dedicated to one of my deities that I've been connected to for a very, very long time. As you know, I've been in this stuff for 15 plus years. And when I say stuff, because I've dabbled here and there, left hand stuff, right hand stuff. Left hand stuff was the first stuff I learned. So, when you break down the esoteric and exoteric info. I have both. The exo, which is hidden stuff known as the occult, things are not presented to the general public, and a lot of people from the general public does not have access to this information. So even when I'm presenting this information to you guys, I'm being very mindful of my teachers and being very respectful to the people who taught me what I know. But I will share with you guys, because of course you are my people, and we know in the process haters are going to be watching as well. So why not? I love castigating my haters, and I like enlightening my people, the light bearer, right? I'm the light bearer, honey. Let me stop. So this video is called Matronese Isis. If you do not know, a matron is a woman in charge of domestics and or a medical establishment. Now, I want you to keep that in mind. A matron is also a woman who's married. How you doing? I like to consider a matron the head mother in charge. Because usually when a woman is married, she becomes the mother. Can y'all hear me? Shoot, I should ask you guys if you guys can hear me with this microphone. Can someone email me to tell me you guys can hear me or not? I forgot all about that. If someone could send a quick email, just put yes. We'll keep it here. Matroness Isis, the Great Awakening. Yes, honey. And in Latin, if you do not learn Latin or you do not know Latin, I encourage you to learn it. Okay. And if you don't learn it, if you don't want to learn it, Hebrew is also a language you want to get to know. But mito magna et regina is I send power to my queen. Isis is my motherfucking queen, honey. She's the crown of all crowns. And you might want to take note of that. But anyway, let me stop. Someone said we stop. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay. So moving right along. This is dedicated to the matron Isis, but I'm going to give you a backdrop of how and why is people so obsessed with ISIS? Even going into the group of ISIS that people were afraid of. Remember that? There was a group called ISIS out there. We won't put no names in it. People are afraid of that group. People are like, oh my God, they're going to randomly come and do this and do that. But I always tell you guys that these people speak in double talk. They speak in duality. So you have to keep a conscious mind. That's why stress, drinking and smoking, especially if you're doing spiritual stuff, should not be done. You should not smoke or drink while you're doing work. Anyway, let's get into it. Matroness Isis by Mystic Purge. You know, I have to tag my name up in it, girl, because you know people like to bite and copy and twist, and you know I might need to save this video to my copy too, because you know motherfuckers like to and stamp the date up on here. You know how they do, girl. You know how they do. So anyway, the word matrix is being used loosely by the so-called conscious community, and I've noticed that this word matrix became a well-known thing. Like people are talking about this heavily. I want to say around 2015 and up, right? Some people mention Matrix after the movie Matrix came out, the early 2000s, mid 2000s. But most of the term, or most of the people that use the word Matrix, they start using it after 2015 for a very important reason, right? And then some people say, well, I noticed after 2012, that too, because of course things happened. 2012 awakened a lot of our DNA. But either way, spiritualists alike has adapted the same philosophy and use the word in their vernacular, using it incorrectly, right? Because they have the general public thinking that they're going to escape the matrix by learning how to grow their own foods, and they're going to escape the matrix by learning how to fend for themselves. But in reality, matrix is a noun, which means an environment or material in which something develops, a surrounding medium or structure. Matrix also mean feminine, okay? Matri is mother, feminine, right? And X is motherfucking 9, okay? So this is feminine energy. Your body is the matrix because it says an environment or material, because your body is material, it's a natural material, in which something develops, your spirit develops, right? As the more you get older, you should become wiser, right? And even your environment will shape the material, which is your body. A surrounding medium or structure. Your body is a structure. Your body is the temple for your spirit to resonate in or to reign in, right? So your body is the matrix, and you only will be freed from the matrix in death. Okay? And there's two types of death, as I mentioned, as I always talk about. But one of the deaths is dying or killing out your lower self. Okay, your primitive, your animalistic behavior, your idea of doing shit just to do it, your rebellious nature. Okay, I was gonna jump the guns, but I gotta keep myself there. Free choices become the matrix of human life. Free your mind and you will escape the matrix. So that is the first death process. Going even into initiations. People don't talk about this. Going into real initiations, whether you are a Wiccan, whether you are a voodoo, a shaman, any forms of magic, there is a process of killing off the flesh idea and or the lower self to then have the higher self or the rising of the spirit to take place. Okay, going into spiritual possession as well. People talk about they've been possessed and all this other shit. While you're possessed, honey, you're not even going to be aware that you're possessed. So, whatever entity or whatever being is taking over you, first of all, when people are really being possessed and you're in a ceremony, there's people that watch you, also known as gatekeepers. In many religions, they call them other things, but there's usually a group of people around you that are protecting you. Some of these entities come into your body, it's not causing you to jump off a bridge, slam your head into a wall, or do other foolish things like cut yourself and all that good stuff. So these people are out here acting like they're being possessed and they get on YouTube and oh, I'm possessed today. You know, how the fuck did you remember your login password then? When we all know that when you're possessed, there's something taking place within your hypothalamus, your thalamus, and your epithalamus, which we'll talk about that in this video as well. Chakras is Sanskrit for wheels or disc. Chakras are spinning wheels of light, aka energy. As you know, the galaxies are also spinning wheels of light and energy, which states that chakras in your body are different dimensions. They're different elements. I won't say elements, but they're different sources of light. So when they say that we're interdimensional beings, that means that what is below is so above. What is within is also without. So you have these interdimensions within yourself, which also are displayed on the outside. And that's why when we look into the night sky, we look into the sky is really a mirror. We're getting an introspect of who we are. So when they talk about these asteroids hitting all that stuff, it's impossible. When they sing you these subliminals, that's them speaking to people who have esoteric knowledge. If you do not have esoteric knowledge, you're not ready for the information, you're going to perceive it as a physical thing. So you're going to be those ones saying there's a comet coming our way, there's an asteroid coming to hit us, Planet X is going to come through and wreak havoc on us. Okay, girl. So the galaxies, as I got this picture from NASA, are showing different galaxies as spinning light, chakras, right? Spinning wheels of light. So you are the universe, you are the creator, right? The galaxies that you see on the outside, Crab Nebula, all these places, they are really reflections of who you are on the inside. So that also should empower you to know that all things in this universe or all things in this plane or the reality that you see, you know, the people you meet, you have control over. Whether you believe that or not, but you have control over how that meeting or that dismissal will go. We'll keep it at that. In essence, the outer space you look up to at night is an introspect or projection of your own inner self, like the chakras are in your body, which are different dimensions and levels of consciousness. So are the galaxies and the solar systems they try to display to you via NASA. Okay, this is why I stress to those who speak of the two suns in the same sky, which I look into the sky. Since they talk about the two sun thing, I've flown in an airplane. I've flown in an airplane at least 3 or 4 times since they talked about the sun in the sky. I've flown at night. I've flown at 5 o'clock in the morning when the sun is first coming up. I've flown when the sun was about to go down. I didn't see no two motherfucking suns. But I really believe that people who are seeing these two suns are really dealing with their own identity. They're dealing with their personalities or their beings being split into two. They're actually losing themselves. There's something going on in their lives that are causing them to have a very traumatic experience, which is starting to divide, right, the left brain from the right brain. Okay. And that also goes into the massa, how the oppressor taught you how to separate your lower self from your higher self, how to separate your masculine energy from your feminine energy. So that all goes back into that, right? And that itself is a disease, a disconnect, right? So this is why people feel lost sometimes. And like I said, going to people that are so fascinated with that whole two sun theory, shout out to you, but honey, I wish that you can really go within and see exactly what it really is. Okay. Saturn, who is the solar system's original sun, is the father of this solar system. Sol R means R, pertaining to or belonging to, and soul is sun, sunlight, or whole. So this is saying that you belong to a 360. This is why I mentioned 360 when I offer casework to people and we do events, because there is a complete, right? Everything has to be looped together. Everything has to form a complete circle. But you are a part of the sun. You are a part of a whole system. That's why it's called solar system. Soul means you are the sun. Take the U out of SOL. You got soul, and then you got you. So you are the sun. That's why in astrology, our sun signs deal with our own soul or origin. Okay, because we have solar, lunar, and ascending, which of course that's above, and descending is below. So of course you go into that as well. But either way, Saturn comes from the word Set, which in ancient Egyptian, Set is the god of chaos, desert, storms, violence, and disorder. Set also goes by the name Sutesk, Seth, Soot. And just like soot, right? It means blackness. When you burn a candle, you get soot at the top of your candles. You get it on your walls as well. If you don't have I can't remember what kind of paint they said I have here because I have a fireplace in my apartment, and they said there's certain paint they have so you don't get soot and shit on your walls. But either way, it means blackness. Okay, Set and 72 accomplices murdered his brother Osiris, right? Oh, Osiris, right? Is that how you said Osiris? Okay, it's Osiris, but anyway. 72 is linked to many stories like the 72 disciples of Jesus, the 72 demons, right? And 72 Kabbalah angels. Shout out to those who took my angel magic class. How you doing? Angels and demons are the same thing, right? Demons represent the lower self of the being, while angels represent the higher self or enlightened self of the being. So a good example is angels come from the word anglo, which means light. And demon means, another word for demon is error, which can also be in connections to darkness. So hiding of something, right? Keeping something a secret, right? And that's why also when they want to hide secret from you, truth from you, they disguise it to you as a demonic force. And that's why I always tell people the Bible speaks of do not live in fear, because when you're afraid of something, that means you have no understanding of it. Going into the word homophobia, transphobia, and all this other stuff, phobia means fear. You have a fear of something you do not understand, so it causes you to lash out and attack it. Very similar, very same thing, right? Saturn is 72 times the volume of Earth. Okay, so 72 shows up a lot. We have 144 double helix strands of spiritual DNA, right? 144 divided by 2 is 72. You have to activate the first 72, which deals with the lower self, before you can activate the second half of 72. We currently have 12 strands of DNA that are in reachable activation. And when I say reachable activation, theory has it that we have 12 DNAs, or we have 12 strands of DNA, but only so many of them are activated, right? But they're definitely a reachable activation. 12 times 6 equals 72. 6 is also connected to the word sex, and or if you speak Spanish or Latin, seis. Okay. I'll talk about that later, why I brought that up. 6 is also connected to carbon, which is black matter. So this is why I'm bringing these numbers up, and I'm breaking it down for you so you to understand exactly where we're going with this. Okay. 7 minus 2 is 5. So now we're going into numerology, right? There are 5 major energy sources on your body: both hands, the right, the left, both feet, the right, the left, and then your head. The head is very important. And in fact, I think the most important when it comes to these energies. In your head, you have 2 glands called the pineal gland and a pituitary gland, which the pineal gland looks like a penis, as you can see in the chart here. There's a stem there, and the pineal tip, it looks like a mushroom head. Not trying to be sexual, but I am being sexual because through sexual energies when we're all created, right? Even going into the sacral chakra, that's where your sacral energy comes from. That's also where your creativity comes from. Okay. So that looks like a mushroom headed penis. Now look at the pituitary gland. It looks like, some people said a ball sack when I presented this before. No, it looks like the vulva. It looks like lips to a vagina. So the pineal gland is a penis and the pituitary is a vagina. Going into duality, androgyny, male and female being in the same body. Okay. The pin, or pin in pineal means peg. A pin, and for those who are into the BDSM stuff, pegging is when a woman puts on a strap on and penetrates her man, who identifies as a straight man, by the way. A pin is a long, straight metal spike, right? It looks like an erect piece of metal, an erect penis. Pit in pituitary means a hole, not even to say hole with a W, hole, Hole, or cavity, right? The cavity is an entry to something. Okay. In essence, we are all androgynous beings. Transsexuals are the physical representation of this manifestation in the third dimension. That's why people try to attack. Going into the Great Awakening, they had to present you with transsexuals, which are physical manifestation of transhumanism, the physical manifestation of the Great Awakening that's going to take place, that is taking place, and people are afraid of it. The word trans means above, beyond, and through. It is synonymous to transcending. Transcending means to extend beyond comprehension. This is why people do not understand transgenders or trans people. Okay. Other people represents male and female gender internally, where transsexuals represent male and female externally. As above, so below. Okay. Baphomet is Saturn energy, but it's also connected to the planet Pluto. Pluto, if anybody know about the tropics in astrology, is an ultimate destroyer of the solar system and of the charts. When Jupiter is in connection with any house, it creates great changes, right? And going even to Pluto being connected to Scorpio, when Pluto was in that zodiac, in the 80s to the 90s, people that are born in the mid 80s to mid 90s, we were supposed to be people that were going to bring difference to the world. We were supposed to actually bring great change, and we have, because a lot of people between the mid 80s and the mid 90s are very powerful, spiritually inclined people. But we're supposed to be bringing great things with us, but things happen to shut that shit down, and we won't even go into that because everybody think that it was only black people that were affected by crack and all that shit, when everybody was affected by that, including white folks, Hispanic folks, and Asian folks. Well, like I said before, your view on the world is your own experiences. And because I grew up multiracial and I grew up with a lot of people around me that are different races, different cultures, I understand exactly what it is. If you only grew up in a black household, or you grew up with nothing but black people, that's how you're going to see your world. Okay. It deals with transformation. Going back into Pluto, Pluto deals with transformation and pulling what's beneath the surface to the surface, right? What's behind will always be brought to the light. Shout out to Pluto for that. Pluto is connected to the number six, sex, or sace, right? Baphomet is 666, which is black carbon. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Okay? Baphomet is depicted as half man, half woman. Half man, which is not only dealing with the pineal and pituitary, right, male and female, but it also represents the lower and higher self. Baphomet is also connected to Hathor, the golden serpent, aka the heifer slash cow deity, according to the Egyptian mythology, if you want to call it. I like to call it metaphorically teachings or parables. Baron Samedi in Haitian voodoo, who is a bisexual Laura dealing with duality on both levels, he is over the dead, cemeteries, ancestors, tombs, disruption, and healing. Okay, so Baron Samedi is definitely that Baphomet energy. Okay, that's why I brought that up. Bar is a stake or rod of iron used to fasten a door or gate. Now, if you do not know, as we broke down the etymology of female, Fe, according to the mineral chart, the alchemical chart, Fe means iron. So bar could be a very feminine, although they try to say that iron is a masculine thing. That's definitely fine, but it's definitely a feminine thing, honey. How you doing? And it is used to fasten a door or gate. On, as in baron, means in or at. So that name by itself speaks about two gender duality, right? Because you got the stake on the first half and you have in or at. So something that's able to get something inside of it, right? Going into Sammy. Sammy is a dominant partner in homosexuality. And anything I present in this class, you could do your research on yourself. Sammy is a dominant partner in homosexuality. Sammy also means seed, as in sperm, like semen, right? Semen. Mm-hmm. D means twice or double, just like DE and DA. So Baron Samedi, and that name by itself, and of course it has many different names, many incarnations, it technically means duality. It definitely means he that is both male and both female. He that like both males and both females. And you are what you eat and you are what you like. So someone who likes both male and female, who presents stuff of both male or female, is exactly what that is. They're acknowledging and respecting the duality within them. I'm plugging this computer. Hold on. Instead it's about to die. We can have it down us, y'all. It can't down us, y'all. We come too far for this to go out like that. Okay. Baphomet is Saturn, and I hope y'all still with me on this. Okay. I want y'all to just really think about this. Okay. Baphomet is Saturn. Saturn is Set. Saturn is Chronos. N and M are used in similar contexts. An example is M evolved as a contraction of preposition of N, right? Like impatient, impatient, etc., etc. Chronos, 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 as in chromosomes, right? Because we're doing alchemy here. Chronosome, same thing. Chromosomes carry your genetic codes. You get 23 from your mother, 23 from your father. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 5 means liberation, liberty, and freedom. And of course, it means other things, but those are just something I wanted to point out. So you're technically the more free version of your parents, right? You technically are your descendants of your parents. Your parents are the lockdown versions of you. That's why when your parents had you and you were a kid, no matter how old you are now, they said, when we were kids, we didn't do that. I wasn't taught to do that. This generation is so different. Yeah, because of course they have the thoughts and you are freeing their thoughts, right? You are freeing their thoughts. You are exactly You are a physical manifestation of what they always thought. Okay. And the same thing for those of you who are going to have children. Your children are going to be the physical manifestation of your thoughts and what it is that you do now, especially you females. So you need to really get your life together before you have children. Okay. Because we don't want you to continue that generational curse or that generational imprisonment or enslavement, however you want to call that. Chromosomes or chromo means color, and some means group, which is a derivative of soma, which means the body, right? If you look up even in what do you call it? Oof, there's so much coming through my mind right now. If you look up even the chakras, soma, which is at your hairline, means the body of which the crown sits on, because the crown is above the soma. Okay. Chromosomes are the body of color or group of colors. Now I put gay flag up in there because, of course, we're still dealing with Saturn, which is a hermaphrodite planet, which is both masculine and feminine energy. So I want to include that in there because some people talk about the gay flag being the chakras flipped upside down, and either which way you cut that, the chakras are still linked to the universe. So whether it is upside down or upside right, bitch, it still is what it is. So anybody out there that tells you about the gays is not right and the gays are the abomination because they flip the chakras upside right and also the bullshit. Like I said, we could even go into this, going into Anubis and Horus. Anubis being the ruler of the south and Horus being the ruler of the north. You have literally the front part of your body and the back part of your body. You have the negative aspect of yourself and the positive aspect of yourself. So even if the chakras are flipped upside down, they're still the same being. It's still the same energy. You just got one reversed, one going the other way. That's why they mentioned about having sex anally versus vaginally. It reverses the polarities. And it does. But even to go into that, where they say that gay people are more negative and more bad, they're definitely lying because it takes duality to create things. And there's nothing more powerful. That's why you see these celebrities having gay sex than entertaining the negative polarities to cause a flip or a change. Okay. Hold on, let me plug this computer in. Damn. You know I'm over here moving and shit. I'm over here. I'm over here shaking in my boots. Cause I love educate motherfuckers on their stupidity and shit coming for the LGBT community. But lost your damn mind. They were all doing gay shit, honey. If they were somebody. Anyway, so aura. Also think about from an aura, chromosomes, dealing with your aura, going into the chromosomes being the bodies of your ancestor, right? Because we have chakras within our system, and then we also have chakras within our chromosomes, right? So those are our ancestors dealing, right? The energies of our ancestors are in our chromosomes. But anyway, or in the aura of, what I'm trying to say. Chromosomes are the body of colors or groups of colors. And like I said, your ancestors, you've been descendants of your ancestors, them having chakras in their body when they were in the physical, you having those same chakras, is not different chakras within you, but you've manifested your own chakras. Even going into the theories where they say that there are chakras within the chakras, because it said there's thousands of chakras, which we won't even go into that. But either way, chromosomes being connected to your chakras and bodies of color. Baphomet is connected to Set, soot, which means blackness, which is black carbon, also known as melanin. Okay. The color black is all colors combined. Okay. So we said chromos means color, right? And sons mean group. So when all these colors are grouped together, it creates the color black. Melanin is blackness or color, right? Because people of color are supposedly black people. But of course, I go into that a little bit too. Melatonin is a hormone that is produced in your pineal gland, which also produces DMT. Hello? Through meditation. Hello? Through meditation and certain sleep practices known as ancient techniques, you can release DMT within your body. You don't have to smoke drugs to get that DMT. You don't gotta pop no pills to get your DMT. You don't gotta smoke marijuana to get high because you know how to release natural DMT. Hello? Hello? Cannabis magic, honey. As I said before, that's for you weak ass, basic ass motherfuckers. Go ahead and keep doing your cannabis. While do cannabis magic, you learn how to awaken DMT, which is naturally produced in your pineal gland. Hello? Hello? Okay. The pineal gland is shaped like a mushroom, as I said before. A mushroom headed penis. Also like sperms, right? Because you know the sperms have these little mushroom heads. They start swimming through the waters and shit. They look like snakes too, don't they? Yes, I just thought of that. Spiders look like little snakes, you know, trying to go through the garden, the Pooh Nanny garden, honey, to get in and trick Eve again. Oh, come on, God, come on. Yes, the moon produces melatonin. Melatonin is inhibited by light and it's enhanced by darkness. Mel means honey. Honey is the food of moon deities. Shout out to my Oshunites out there, my daughters of Oshun, honey. Yes. Side note, Neptune is also a melanin based planet or a planet that produces melatonin. If you don't know, Neptune is connected to psychic abilities and psychic powers. If you do not know, Neptune is also the color blue, which is the darkest color on the chart. So blue and black is the same motherfucking color, technically. What happens is when carbon meets blue, it changes blue into black, dark purple, or motherfucking red. And I don't think you heard that correctly. That's why when you look at your veins, you see blue blood. Your veins is not blue. Your blood is blue. Okay? So let's go back over that again. Neptune is also a melatonin or melanin planet, as blue is the darkest color on the color chart, the color wheel. Carbon, when carbon meets with blue, as we were talking about human, we're blue, the original man were blue men, the Smurfs, shout out to the Smurfs, and shout out to my Indian brothers and sisters out there who preserve the true tea, okay? It changes blue into motherfucking black, dark purple, or red. Now, I've seen white people turn red. Hello, I want to just keep throwing it out there, honey, so you black people don't feel more privileged or more entitled than the white counterparts. I just got to keep throwing that in there on y'all, honey. That carbon changes blue into black, dark purple, or red. Hello, carbon changes blue into black, dark purple, or red. Hello, carbon changes blue into black, dark purple, or red. Catch those T's. Here's a picture of the Baphomet. Yes, honey. The serpent. And I want you to look at this serpent because this word all makes sense at because I really don't want to go into the Baphomet and all that. I wanted us to talk about why there's a serpent going through the abdomen of the Baphomet and why he has a firmament, okay, above, okay, symbolizing the lower from the upper. Okay, but he also going up to the top has a star on his crown or his third eye, between the third eye and the soma. And above that, he has the serpent energy continuing to rise or to transcend above his being, her being. Now we could break down what this picture means of the Baphomet. We will all have our own interpretation of that. But I'm gonna tell you what this means to me. The Baphomet deals with enlightenment. In order for you to enter the kingdom of heaven, can we talk about the Gnostic teachings according to the book of Thomas, saying 22? When man become women, wait, let me pull it out. Wait, hold up. This wait, let me put this up on my phone. Hold on. Let me put this up right now. Y'all can follow along with me too, honey. This is also part of the Egyptian Gospels because they took it out. They took the Egyptian Gospels out the Bible because then you will know exactly what it is and how it should be. But that didn't stop us from getting this information because see, you will always get the information you're supposed to have. You know, when you're ready for it, you're ready for it. I was born ready, honey. You hear me? You hear me, honey? I was born to know. Let's get into the Egyptian Gospels, Thomas saying 22. It says, okay, wait, let's get into it. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. I think it's called When Two Become One. Hello? When the male and female becomes back to its original state, one being, that's when you're gonna find the kingdom of God. That's when you're gonna, girl, let me get this together because I don't want this to slow the tea down. Okay, when two become one, ow. Okay. Saying 22 of the gospel states, Gnostic Apostle Thomas, chapter 24, says male and female to one single one. Okay, the main interest of saying 22 says that Jesus replied to the disciples. Can we talk about the disciples, meaning the 72 disciples? Can we talk about that? The 72 higher beings and the 72 lower beings. You have to activate the lower cells and the higher cells to reach the kingdom of God. Jesus said, when you make the two into one, and when you make the inner as the outer, and the upper as the lower, and when you make male and female into a single one, so that the male should not be male and the female should not be female, then you will enter the kingdom of God. And the kingdom of God is actually your head. It is the pineal gland. It is your pineal gland. And we're going to go into that as well. But it is the kingdom of God is between the center of your motherfucking ears. It is your crown chakra. It is your soma. Okay, that's where you see and you comprehend. Okay, that's where you get great understanding. Going even into the corpus callosum. The corpus callosum is that nerve tissue that's above the pineal and the pituitary gland. Okay, let's talk about it in the corpus callosum. Oh, I'm jumping ahead. So anyway, the serpent in the abdomen is the golden snake, also known as Hathor. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. We'll take that horned male and female spirit anytime. How you doing? Hathor and Sekhmet are one and the same. If you do not know, another term for Set was what? Sutesh. Now you rearrange Sekhmet, it comes out to the same motherfucking being. You got May and you got Sep in it. Say in Spanish is I. Me in English is me. Can we talk about it? No sé. That means I don't know in Spanish. No sé. Hello? Okay. So Hathor and Sekhmet is the same motherfucking being. And we're going to go over that as well because you're going to say, well, Hathor is a cow and a snake, but Sekhmet is a cat. She's also a snake too. Both have masculine and feminine energy and has the ability to shift into male or female energy, also known as duality. As you can see by this picture, you have the slitted eyes of the feline and you have the slitted eyes of the serpent. Okay, Sekhmet is the feline, Hathor is the serpent. They both have vertical slitted eyes. As you know, this eyes or the eye slitted gives them the ability to see straight through things, to see straight into other dimensions. This is why it is vertically versus horizontally. Horizontally, they would see things on the plane as we see things, but with vertically, which their eyes get that way at nighttime, it allows them to see through the darkness to see exactly what it is. Also, going into that, darkness deals with also knowing, knowledge. In order for you to know exactly what it is, you have to go through the great void. We talk about this as well too, and as far as chakras go. You know, the crown chakra is considered the great void, right? Above you have something called the dark star. So you have to go into complete blackness or complete whiteness in order to access any real information. That's why you need to learn how to spend time with yourself. If you are a spiritually inclined person or you're trying to heighten your spiritual gifts, you got to learn how to spend time by yourself, but also motherfucking darkness. How you doing? Okay. You're afraid of the dark. You're afraid of being alone. You're probably afraid of your own damn self. That's really what that really is. My mom would always say that. She would say, you're afraid of dark because you're afraid of your damn self. It's true. I gotta call my mama too. I gotta give shout out to my mom for saying that. She would always say that. You're afraid of dark because you're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of your own abilities, your own capabilities, your own possibilities. You're afraid of your own Baphomet energy. You're afraid of your own true potential. Saturn, Set, Suit, Hathor, Sekhmet, Baphomet, all the same damn thing, are linked to 72 demons, 72 angels. The face of Baphomet is the five-pointed star, which is the ascended man or transcended man, because transcended means to extend beyond comprehension. So if you look here, you have this old sign. I think they had it on Life magazine too, when they were selling weed, or they said weed was now going to become legal. On the front of that magazine cover, they had the picture of the man, of the ascended man, transhumanism man, on a cover with marijuana near him. And they were basically telling y'all they were keeping y'all asses stuck down here in the third down dimension and keep your ass in motherfucking matrix. So that way when you pass on over to the other motherfucking side, motherfucker, your ass gonna stay right here where you at right now. You're not gonna extend. Weed gets me higher, girl bye. Bitch, please. I've never tried weed, ain't never gonna try weed, bitch, and I'm high every day. Hold up. Catch those teas. Spirituality get me high. That's what gets me high, honey. Spirituality. That's the best high you can ever feel. Doing any type of work with psychic energy, huh? That's the best high you can get. But anyway, the five-pointed pentagram, also known as the Star of David. You got people out there. Shout out to my Haitians out there. Hey, Haitian people. Love my Haitian people. A few of you people say, yeah, my dad gave me a Star of David and they protected me. Star of David is also connected to Solomon. We won't go into that though, because we're going to focus on Isis. But the Star of David is very protective because you're dealing with that black matter. You're dealing with that black, heavy matter. You're dealing with that blue hue where all things come from matter. So this is why the Star of David is very protective. Okay. And it also changes your essence into that. Okay. And there's also a term for the shape too, you know, hegemon and all that good stuff, which is another word for typhon, which you do not know. Set is a very typhonic beast, if you do not know that. So it all makes connections. Well, once again, you got the star on the center of the motherfucking goat. Who you doing? The Billy Goat. I need me a Billy Goat, honey. I need me a good old Billy Goat. Can I get me a Billy Goat, honey? You a Billy Goat, send me an email. Anyway, 72 multiplied by 5 is 360. The original year was 360. We have 365 days because Nut, the ancient Egyptian goddess of the star covered sky, she's the mother of all the deities I just mentioned, Nefertiti's or Nefertites, however you want to call her, honey, Set, Osiris, Isis, and Horus, was sterile, which means she was unable to bear children. And Tahuti, Thoth, gambled with the moon, and it's all on Wikipedia. You can look this up as well. For 1/72 of its light. Okay? This is why you also have the dark moon, or the new moon, the blackness of the moon, if you want to go there. Because the moon should be there all the damn time. But of course, we want to give a shout out to Thoth and Nut for making all things possible. So on these 5 days, Nut gave birth to her 5 children. Osiris, Set, Isis, Nefertiti, and Horus the Elder, which Horus the Elder and Horus the Younger is the same motherfucking thing, but we won't go into that. Which you can link each of these deities to planets, spheres, and dimensions. Okay? Nefertiti and Set is technically the same being, just different aspects of the same being, right? So Nefertiti is Set, just a different aspect of Set, and vice versa, but they're definitely the same being. Isis and Osiris, even if you look at Osiris, you take the O and the R out of Osiris, you have Isis, right? And the word or means addition to, or to add on, right? So Isis and Osiris is the same motherfucking thing, honey. Just broken down into different dimensions and different aspects and different understandings, honey. Okay. It is said that Isis, Nefertiti, and Hathor closely resembled each other, right? Yeah. Yeah, look at pictures of them. They have the same body shape. One of them is bigger than the other. Face the same, hair the same. They tried it. They definitely tried it, honey. But of course, it is a brain twister. That's why I put possibly same being, because people say, well, if Hathor and Isis is the same being, then that means that Sekhmet, Hathor, Isis, Set, Osiris, Osiris, Nefertiti, Horus, they're all the same motherfucker. Well, that's a good observation, because technically, there's 8 billion people on this planet. We're all the same motherfucker too, technically. We're just different aspects of each other. The crackheads represent the crackhead aspects of who we are, and those who are enlightened, we represent the enlightened version of the crackhead. That's why they said, do not judge, honey. Live and let live. How you doing? Okay. But Osiris represents Jupiter, and Set represents Saturn, right? They fought over who is ruler or who is going to be the ruler over the living. Okay. Isis and Osiris had a son named Horus. In the word Horus, you have hours, right? Which is linked to also Set. Set is Chronos, father of time. Also, you have Horus, right? Us, we. So that name by itself speaks a lot of volumes, which we won't go on to because like I said, it's about Isis. Set battled Horus to see who would succeed or success Osiris as king of the motherfucking living dead. Okay? You want to know how that battle ended? Honey, do your research. Let me make sure I didn't jump too far up. Okay. Ooh, another ancient name for Saturn were Saturnius Mons, which you get the 2 days of the week, Saturn and motherfucking Monday, which is both feminine and masculine names, right? Saturn being the masculine, Moon being the feminine. Isis is a moon deity, which is the master of life, if you do not know. The moon is considered a master of life, right? Because it governs all our lives. That's why a lot of theories say when you die, you go into the moon portal and all this other good stuff. And that's why everything is based on lunar cycles, right? Which manifests through Jupiter and Saturn, right? Which means that Isis has to use Osiris and Set to manifest, right? Even going into how the planets work in astrology. The moon is manifested through Jupiter and Saturn, okay? And you could go into that if you're into magic and you know about the good stuff. You could break that stuff down and do your own take. Like I won't go into that. That would extend this to a longer presentation, honey. The word government means mind control, right? We talked about this. Mente is mind, and govern means to control, right? So Saturn is to control or to govern the moon. For the moon is connected to the mind. Now, for those who know what I know, you know exactly what I just presented in that sentence. And those who ain't going to get the tea is going to ask, what? What does bitch just say? So maybe I'll say it one more time. Maybe you need to ask your higher self what I'm saying here. Isis is a moon deity, which is the master of life, meaning the moon is the master of life, and it manifests through Jupiter and Saturn. The word government means mind control, or Saturn to govern the moon, right? That's what the word government means. Saturn to govern the moon. Saturnius Mons. Hello? And for the moon, it's connected to the mind. So government, mind control, government, the Saturn controls the moon, androgyny control androgyny. Anyway, we get up off of that. Jupiter deals with kingship, king of king energy, royalty. That's why Jupiter has the color purple, blue, gold, also the T. There's a Kabbalah angel called Sachiel. For anybody know about the Kabbalah, is he or into angel magic, who is the ruler of Jupiter. Sachiel is an avatar of Isis and Horus, which means that Sachiel is Isis and is Horus. Same spirit, just different interpretation, which means that Isis is Osiris and Osiris is Horus, which means Isis is Isis, Isis is Horus, Isis is Osiris, which means Horus is a duplication of Isis. Isis, Osiris, and Horus is the same spirit represented 3 times over, which means Isis, Osiris, and Horus represents each other in different dimensions, in different interpretations. And that's why there's different stories about them. Okay? Images of Isis nestling baby Horus is symbolic for Isis nurturing her inner self, her inner nature, her higher self, or her lower self ascending up to her higher self, however you want to look at that, right? Because your children are supposed to be better than you. If you're bummy, broken, basic, your children are not supposed to be that way. There should be a higher version of you, right? Not a lesser version than you. Isis is freeing herself, basically in that picture, just like or that statue, just like you are the carbon copy of your parents. So is Horus to Isis. They're the same thing, as I said, just in different forms, different aspects. Just as you are a different aspect of your parents, right? So you are your parents. You don't like your mama? Oh well. Maybe there's something about your mama that you don't like because that's really who you are. That's what I said. If your mama was a basic ass, ain't for good nothing ass bitch, you got that up in you too. Excuse me. Why am I talking like that? It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. If your daddy was bummy basic and ain't shit, you ain't shit. That's why you go through blessings or you go through enlightening oneself because it is through transcending that you will then start to change the mindset. You will start to change the experience, and that's when you become greater than or different from. But if you're in your primitive animalistic self, you are exactly like your parents, honey. Oh, am I jumping? The Garden of Eden is one or is on the dimension of the moon, which is also connected to as you know, the moon is our mentality. Any of you hear about them doing something to the mind? Now, when I say them, I mean the elite, the government. They are letting you know that they are working on your mind. So shout out to my spiritualists out there, the lady out there who said that, someone sent me the video, where she said that during the blood moon, you shouldn't do any type of workings because the workings that you're going to do is going to help Donald Trump. Well, we all know that you not doing the work fucked you up and helped him out. Hello? We all know that. Because we all know that there's government behind the government. We all know there's levels to this, sis. We know this. So for you to be an occultist, which means you know hidden information, you presented that, show me that bitch, you're just as basic as the rest of them, honey. Because we all know what we know, honey. You working on the blood moon, bitch, you should have been preserving and protecting your mind so it doesn't get fucked up. Not saying we ain't doing the work. We just gonna sit back and watch it unfold. Okay, girl. That's why your brain is getting fucked up now. Anyway, Adam is Osiris. Isis is Eve. As you go into ancient Hebrew mysticism or ancient Jewish mysticism, Adam and Eve was the same being. They were one being. Adam is a hermaphrodite, according to the ancient Jewish mysticism, right? Isis and Osiris is one and the same, as I mentioned before. Biblically, Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel, which were twins, and Seth, right? Which are in connections to Newt. Because remember, when they tell you stories, they take things out. They revise the stories, right? Or they present a story to you in a metaphorical, parable way so your higher mind could comprehend and see exactly what it is. Okay. So these are very equivalent to um, Cain, Abel, and Seth are very similar to Osiris, Seth, and Horus. And as you can see, Seth didn't get his name changed, but Osiris and Horus had the name changed into Cain and Abel. So, according to the book of Genesis, gene of Isis, which is the first book in the modern day Bible, the serpent on the tree of knowledge tricked Adam and Eve into biting the apple, The golden apple, the apple that contains the seed of life, also known as melanin. Hello? Hello? Even going into the Bible, how they said that Job was instructed to go down to the waters and to get honey to prolong his life. Hello? Hello? Okay. The serpent was Hathor slash Sekhmet, which gave Isis, aka Eve, the power of knowing, because knowing is darkness. You will know once you go to that darkness. Once you hit that darkness, all things will be revealed to you. As I said, in lightness, in the light, you can't, if a light is shining towards your face, let's think of this in this analogy. If you are on stage and the lights are shining you right in your damn face, you can't see beyond those lights. But if you were in the darkness and the lights were shining onto that stage, you would see the light in that darkness. So knowing is melanin. Intelligence is melanin. Okay. That is black matter. Okay. That is black magic. That is the original of all things. Right. And knowing is also seeing the truth. Okay. The tree of knowledge is the tree of melanin, as I stated. Even Isis biting the apple, or Eve slash Isis, same thing. Biting the apple symbolizes melanin being activated, right? The pineal gland being activated, right? Right? Because when they were together, working together, the pituitary and the pineal did not know of its separation. So Eve was unaware, Adam was unaware, however you want to put that it was male and female, right? Because like I said in the Bible, they tell you the story backwards. They add shit in, take shit in, make it seem like they were split it up, and then Eve decided to bite the apple. Adam wasn't too happy. Girl, bye. They took shit out, added shit in. She bit the apple and realized that she was both male and female, having both the pineal and the pituitary organs, which caused her consciousness, her awareness, to fall out of the Garden of Eden, which is the mind, and fell to the root chakra. Okay, they were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. Remember that? And they said the serpent was Satan. So they were kicked out of that, fell into the root chakra, which then was divided into male and female anatomy, which became two different polarities. So this is why males have penis and testicles and females have vaginas or uteruses and ovaries. But actually, it's the same damn thing. It's the same thing, honey. It's the same damn thing. Testicles are ovaries. Hello? Testicles are ovaries. And a uterus is a dissected and opened penis. If you want to go there, that's how you become. Girl, bye. We won't even get into that. Because people are going to say, well, how's that possible? Because when a transgender get a sex change, they don't get a uterus. They just get a vaginal canal. So like I said, I won't even go into that, girl, because we have to break that down. That would be some TTT right there. Okay. But in essence, male and female are the same thing, just two different polarities. Okay. And this is how we have the division of the sexes. This is why we have male and female energy. And as I said before, or male and female gender. And I said before, people have decided to be both. It is what it is. People subconsciously, spiritually have decided to be both. And they wanted to manifest that still. Okay. The Kundalini energy represent these serpent dualities rising up. Hence, going into the serpents, or what they call the medical, I can't remember what they call the medical symbol. Why is them spinning up a pole? Polarities, right? Duality of the polarities. Polarities like pole. And like I said, it rose on according to the image of the Baphomet through the abdomen, right? The root, honey, and it submerged to the surface, because the solar plexus and the sacral plexus, or the sacral chakra, and the root chakra deal with the lower self. Okay. The image of Baphomet signifies enlightenment, as I said before, the rising of the Kundalini energy, right? That spirit merging with all of your senses to awaken all of your senses. rise into a higher state of consciousness, right? Matthew 6, verse 22, for those who have a Bible, it speaks about, it speaks about using the eye of Horus, or the region of the what they call the reptilian brain, using that, the pineal and the pituitary gland. It says if your eye becomes single, your whole body shall be full of light. Hello? It says that when the eye becomes single, because you have two eyes, even going into the nerves in your eyes, they twist around like Kundalini energy. Look up the anatomy of the eyes. They crisscross each other. Serpent motherfucking energy, honey. Can we talk? So when your eye sees double vision, begin to see it one way, then light enters. Okay, you become enlightened. When you learn how to use your pineal gland, which is a singular eye, hello, and close these double eyes. That's why I said going into these movies where they were taking their eyes out and stuff. It is awakening. It's talking about the great awakening that is taking place, and it's going to take place. And you're going to see more division, more stupid people becoming more stupid, and people who really ain't got that much intelligence is being exposed for the stupidity that they have. And that's why you have these people coming on YouTube and expose the motherfuckers saying they don't really know shit and da 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 da. And the scams are being exposed because, bitch, it's time for Baphomet to come back. It's time for that great divine energy to come back into existence. And that's what we waiting on. That's what we're wanting. Okay. Your pineal gland is the kingdom of God, as I said. In the kingdom of God, both hell and heaven exist. Okay. Genesis, the gene of Isis, 32 verse 30 says, for Jacob has called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face. So Jacob says, at the pineal is where he saw God's face to face. It's where he was enlightened at. He's also speaking of going into God's force, going into the crown chakra, dealing with the Godhead, the Christ consciousness, the Osiris consciousness, the great awakening of Isis. That's what he's talking about in Genesis 32, verse 30. Because he could have put it in the book of Jacob. He could have put it in the book of Matthew. He could have put it in the book of Revelations. He could have put it in the book of Peter. But he put it in the book of Genesis, honey. Gene of Isis. I'm telling you, for you Christians out there, or you people that don't really want to read the Bible, I'm telling y'all missing up on some good magical shit. I'm telling y'all, honey. Y'all missing up on some shit, honey. You wonder why your spells and incantations don't work, bitch, because you have yet to realize or understand how your body is connected to these energies you are trying to evoke and invoke. As above, so below. As in and so without. The inner and the outer is the same motherfucking thing. You got to have the essence of Oshun in you in order to tap into that Oshun energy. You got to have the essence of Yemaya within you in order to tap into that energy. You got to have the essence of Artemis inside of you in order to tap into that energy. Hello? Hello? Okay? The corpus callosum is responsible for sending messages from the left side to the right side of your brain. And I want you to look up the corpus callosum. As far as the brain structure go, it is like an umbrella, right? It's the umbrella above the pituitary and the pineal gland. If you're looking at it from the side view, from above though, it's connecting the two. And we talk about that when it comes to transgenders too. Like I think they said transgenders have a reversed corpus callosum, so they operate on the right side dominantly versus the left side, etc., etc. You know, we broke that down before. The pineal and pituitary adapt and lower the frequency of bioelectrical currents. Yes, bioelectrical currents. I want y'all to look at that. These are key words. Bioelectrical currents. Please look that up, please. Hello, 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 hello. A surge of energy. They are psychic energy transformers. Hello, hello. The pineal and the pituitary are psychic energy transformers, which means if you're on crack, if you're a weed head, if you're an alcoholic, if you get a lot of fucked up shit, you don't get no rest, you don't exercise, you don't hydrate your body, that you got fucked up psychic energy. And you're trying to convince the world that you're a psychic and you have all these powers, because magic is psychic energy, believe that or not. Yes, it is. Yes, magic starts in your head. It starts in your pineal and your pituitary. Okay. Psychic energies enter through the higher chakras. Headaches, hello. This time when you're being psychically attacked, you get headaches first. Some of you will feel it in your body. You'll say, oh shit, my back's starting to hurt now. Yes. Psychic attacks, you'll feel it in your head first because psychic energies enters through your higher chakras and descends down through the crown chakra where it enters the pineal gland in the motherfucking brain. As it enters the brain, the rate of vibrations is slowed down. That's why when you're high and shit, yeah, when you take these downers, you're like, you're very much down there. And I'm not doing that to make fun of anybody, any special needs person out there. I'm saying this for people who are not that. Okay. So I'm not being offensive or anything to people who are special and stuff like that. I would never do that. That's for people who are using drugs and alcohol and they're becoming that way. But you had a choice and now you're just you don't have common sense no more, honey. An active pineal gland acts as a transformer that further slows down the energy to a lower frequency, right? The energy then enters and moves to the hypothalamus region of the brain into the pituitary gland. Okay, so they work hand in hand, and the pineal gland shoots energy into the pituitary gland like a penis shoots semen into a motherfucking vagina and or a booty hole. And I say booty hole for a reason. I don't like to say booty. I like to say because booty sound like Tahuti if you ask me. But I won't even go there. Booty, Djibouti, Tahuti, Banuti, it is what it is. So we're gonna say booty hole. So it sounds like a penal, a penis shooting semen into a uterus, or some type of cavity. We'll keep it at that. Some type of cavity. The pituitary further transforms, like the uterus transforms energy. Come on, honey. The energy to an even lower frequency. Hello. That's why when babies come out, their head is reversed. Hello. Let's give the scientific, metaphysical, and physical understanding of this. This is why when your baby's born, the baby's born with the crown first, upside down. That sounds like a chakra being upside down. That sounds like a gay flag to me. If you ask me, don't sound like a gay flag right there. The baby being flipped upside down, so the chakras are being reversed and shit. Anyway, so it can be assimilated and read by the motherfucking brain, which means that it could be put together and created for the motherfucking brain to motherfucking comprehend. Hold on. Okay. So furthermore, adequate rest, meditation, not mediation, because sometimes you got to mediate too. Some of y'all don't mediate enough. That's why y'all can't sleep now. You got insomnia, bitch, because they done shut down some shit. Your pineal gland, if you have insomnia, your pineal gland is blocked. I'm telling you right now. If you have insomnia, which means you cannot sleep, honey, your pineal gland is motherfucking blocked. Hold on. Or it's overactive. And I will say this: if you're not a spiritually inclined individual, I guarantee your pineal gland is shut down. Okay, so meditation and mediation and living a sober life enhances your psychic powers. Because we talked about how alcohol affects your frontal lobes and your brain structure, as we did with drugs. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. My young people out there, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Weed won't do no harm to you. Bullshit. If you want to maintain your intelligence, if you want to maintain your spiritual power, stay sober. No drugs, no motherfucking alcohol. And if you are, tippy tip, you want to taste a little bit of liquor there. That's okay every now and then. But at a regular basis, every day you having bitches fucking up your brain. It's messed up your. Don't make you pull up no web page on that. Because I just hate people be trying to. No, you speaking ignorant now. Because our ancestors drunk. Yeah, they drunk. They wasn't drunk. They wasn't drunk in. They knew their limits, honey. On top of that, they went out here getting drunk and doing spiritual shit. Maybe, well, my ancestors were. Maybe y'all's were. Maybe that's why y'all ain't got no power. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Androgyny on a spiritual level is the balance of masculine and feminine energies, and it's linking or a linking of the left and right brain, which is the only way you're going to access true psychic abilities. Is linking the left and right brain together and balancing the masculine and feminine energy. Okay. And yeah, I believe that's it for this class. And of course, well, presentation. Of course, I'm willing to answer some questions about this. I'm willing to ask some questions about this. Okay, I guess that's it then. Yeah. Okay. I'm willing to answer some questions about this and, answer some questions and get into this honey, get into this tea. Okay, let me go ahead and turn that off because that looks crazy as hell. Okay, let's open up this YouTube. Okay. I guess I did a 2-for-1 presentation, huh? I want to tell y'all about ISIS and about the great tea that you will all soon to be. No, let me stop. Let me open this. I guess I shut it down. I shut down the YouTube page. Let me open this back up. Mm, there we go. Okay, let's see. California thinks it's spring already. Mileage are actually crazy, honey. Yeah, meditation instead of medication. I know this. I know that's our Rico. Meditation instead of medication. Come on. When is your next paid class? Actually, I have 20 different classes. 1111. Check out my blogspot, girl. I got a lot of classes on there. Yes, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you, honey. Thank you. Let's see. Is it gonna let me scroll up? There we go. Okay, I can scroll up. Yes. Okay. I bet my Dominican button it was gonna get up. Okay, let's do that. Yes, listen, shout out to Ishtar out there. Where is Ishtar at? I gotta hit her up on Facebook. Yes, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yes, everything is in the spiritual realm. Yes, Dan. And this is why I always tell people this is how the whole point of doing magic is to pull down celestial energies to match up the celestial energies that are within your body. That's the whole point of evoking and invoking. It's to pull these energies that are on the outside to match the inside so you could be propelled, okay? Or for you to create your reality on the inside and find portals to project it on the outside. That's what manifestation is. Mm-hmm. Yep. Do you know the law of 72 in finance? Listen, there's a lot there. Listen, there's a lot of law of 72 and everything. You hear me? 72 is a very active number. Okay. Yes. It's energy working. Come on. Yep, yes, come on. Semen is semen. I know that's right, honey. SEAMEN. Come on. Semen is melanin, men of creation. And the last time I checked, everybody got semen, don't they? I mean, do they what they call white people's sperm? They call them what they call them spout men, spermin, sermon. Go by. I was just playing catch on your last slide. I'm pressing now. Come on. Chrono, Saturn, Father Time. Yes. Yes. Come on, Jay. Yes. Come on, Airbus. There's a group in the middle of us blue people. There sure is. Hello. Hello. Come on, there. Hello. Come on. Come on. Yes. Slit eyes can see in the dark. Yes. Come on, Johnny L. I have amateur eyes too. See, edibles. Listen, honey. You definitely was a snake or a cat in your past life. Let me stop. How you doing, edibles? How you doing? Yes. Yes. Come on, edibles. Yes, my mercurial brain is loving this knowledge. Come on, Rico. I know that's right, honey. Typhon, the primordial monster in Greece. Hello. Same thing. It's all the same energies, just different interpretations. Trust when I tell you that. Everything is linked. Everything is linked. Yes. Yes, honey. Yes. Oh, Saturn, listen, you need more discipline. What you need discipline on? Yes, that's why apple is the seed of knowledge and creation, believe it or not. Heterosexual people, the fruit for them is apples, right? Because apples are very powerful seeded fruits. But yes, that is creation. Apples are the symbol of creation. And it takes melanin to create. Anyone who lacks melanin is not able to create. That's why when people say that white people are aliens versus black people are real people, and I'm just like, well, the last time I checked, though, white folks have babies the same way black folks do. And please correct me if I'm wrong for anybody who's in the medical community. The last time I checked that white folks or those who quote unquote lack melanin, as they say, have babies the same way that black folks do. I didn't know that white folks have babies through their mouth or they think about sex and they get babies. Like I could have sworn it's the same way. Even for my people out there who've had babies with white people, you tell me how your baby came out. Did your baby come out with a third eye? The eye was missing. Did it look like it was part troll or part minion? What did it look like? I really want to know because you can't mix two different species. The last time I checked. You can mix a dog and a cat. The last time I checked. Because someone please correct me. You can't mix no dog and no cat together, baby. And that's for my racist people out there. You can't mix no dog and no damn cat together. Okay. Apple, knowledge, melanin. Come on, Apple. Come on, iPhones out there. For those of you who got iPhones out there. Everything is reversed. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes. Ah! 1111 is crazy. 1111 class, honey. Yes, your pineal is your God consciousness. Hello, Belician? Hello? Your pineal gland is your God consciousness. So, if your pineal gland is weak, which means you don't see things for what it is spiritually, then bitch, you definitely have a weak ass God. And then you wonder why your power ain't there. And I'm just telling you how it is. In order for you to have a strong, powerful connection to God or to be a God like a king or a queen, hello, king or a queen, that means you operate from your pineal gland and above, which means you're not addicted to any type of substance out there, by the way. I just want to throw that up in there. You are then a king or a queen. Well, like I said, I cannot call someone a king or queen because they're black or because they're white or because they're rich or because they're poor. Bitch, it is a state of mind. You are a peasant who are trying to be a king or a queen. If you're a king or queen, bitch, that means your pineal will be right, and you would say exactly that all people exist simultaneously. We all exist in the same realm. Blacks, whites, and everybody in between there, bitch. You all in the third dimension, aren't y'all? The last time I checked, white folks in another dimension. And they talk about things are reflective with light and all the shit, girl. The last time I checked, girl, we can see white folks too. Can you not see white people? Can I ask somebody that? Can y'all not see white people? Can y'all not see white people? That's just what I want to know. Can you not see white folks? Because I mean, like I said, we're all connected, honey. Don't let them deter you away from that. We're all connected. Ain't nothing beautiful for people who love people that they love, but please don't want to go for somebody who you're really not vibing with because someone told you, well, you better date another black man. You better stick with your own kind, bitch. My own kind is somebody who has the same mentality as mine because we have the same pineal gland resonance, bitch, which means we operate on the exact same motherfucking frequency, and that's my people. It has nothing to do with your race, your gender, or your motherfucking culture. Okay? Energies surpass, supersedes any culture, any race, any gender, and any motherfucking religion. So have a baby with your own kind, bitch. I had a baby with a smart motherfucking man. She is my motherfucking kind. When they say go back to your country, bitch, go back to where you came from, bitch. Stupidity. Bitch, stay in your lower self, bitch. That's what they be trying to say too when they say go back to your own, go back where you come from. Bitch, I am. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you for letting me know that you realize that I am queen. Please, okay, bitch, you go back to where you come from. And when they say I am from here, okay. What, the third dimension? Because you can't talk about you from America, bitch, because ain't nobody from America, bitch. If you're not indigenous to this country, bitch, it is what it is. If you claiming Scandinavian Viking energy, bitch, you definitely not from this land. No tea, no shade, girl. That's all I'm gonna say, girl. And even Vikings come from Africa, but so we won't even go into that. Okay. Yes, meditation, no medicine. You meditate and you mediate. Ooh, that sounds like a rap song to me. Meditate and you mediate. Hey, yes. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Can you only be on the left hand or the right hand path or follow the middle way? Because some people are saying it's deception. But I'm like, girl, are we supposed to be balanced? That is correct. It is not deception because we all have the ability to do some fucked up ass shit. But what differentiates or what separates the enlightened people from the good people from the bad people, quote unquote, is that the bad people want to stay in their lower self. They don't want to exalt to a higher level. Why people like me, we have the tendency to do some fucked up ass shit, as said before. My family are some crazy ass motherfuckers. Through the help of spiritual practices and the help of therapy, I was able to extend and enlighten myself to only operate at my best. But I could definitely lower my motherfucking frequency, bitch, and get down with the get down too. And that's the beauty of it all. So everyone who practiced the right hand path still has some left hand T in them. And if they say they don't, then they're definitely deceptive. Because all good motherfucking people have the ability to be motherfucking fucked up. Let's talk about it. Just like all bad people got the ability to be good people. They said every sinner have the past and every sinner could become a saint or something like that. I can't remember how to say that. But it is what it is. So we do. You have to have a balance between good and bad. When someone do something fucked up to you, bitch, you do something to fuck their ass up. Ain't no turn the other cheek, bitch. Oh, thank you, God. I'm in my higher self now. I don't have to do that. Girl, bye, that's bullshit. You and your higher self still can get down with the get down, girl. Because I wish a bitch would put their hands up on me. Hello? I don't care how enlightened I have become. Okay, I don't care how high and mighty I may think I am or I may act, honey. I could still get down with the peasants too, bitch. Who you doing? Bitch, don't you try it, girl. Don't let the sweetness fool you, honey. Okay? We sweet because we choose to be, because we said, bitch, there's greater things to this life or to this world and the world after than to be fucking miserable and stuck in your lower self and trying to convince your lower self. Because that's what it's about. It's about you convincing your lower self. I don't gotta convince my lower self, bitch. I'm here to rise up. I'm here to descend. I fell from grace into hell. I extended from hell, and I'm working my way up. Okay, all the way up. You want to stay down there in hell, bitch? You go and stay down there, girl. Okay, hold on. Okay, you dropped some practical knowledge. Totally making sense. Come on, come on, come on, 11. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Joey. Yes. Yes, recap it, Melly. Come on, Melly. Recap it, honey. I'm telling you. Magic is beautiful and it's powerful once you get why. Why colors work, why herbs work, why you taking an image of someone, how you're able to manifest that, why words create things, how words create things. People say, well, words have magic or have power. How? Well, words are used to spell things, but how? Well, because A means this and B means that. No, 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 no. That's not what we're asking. We're asking you how words have power. And those who are enlightened would tell you that words have power because it's formed in the pituitary and the pineal first. It's formed in the head. Thoughts, those, Tahuti. It starts there first, when then it becomes words, right? And then the words you create resonance and frequencies to these thoughts, right? These energies that were kind of babyish, right? Then the words you speak become actions, and the actions become habits, and the habits become character, and the character become destiny, right? And that goes into 5 different categories as well. 5 again follows everybody, right? So, like I said, once you know why things really are beyond the veil, then you'll actually get magic and you'll actually learn how to use it to get to where you need to get to. And everybody's not meant to be wealthy. Everybody's not meant to be a doctor, a lawyer, and a teacher. Some of you are meant to just be comfortable. But I guarantee you this: nobody's meant to be sick, because through raising your frequency, you're protected from negative energy, and you're also protected from illnesses. When your frequency are raised or is raised, you also, like I said, you use that to maneuver through. So sickness, being unhappy, being broke, is definitely not godly, and it's not God consciousness. It's not higher self thinking. Okay. That is lower self saying it's okay to be a bum. That's lower self telling you it's okay to be struggling. That's lower self that tells you be afraid of this. That's lower self that tells you that you're not supposed to be loved, that you should feel ashamed and regretful for what and who you are. That's lower self, honey. That's that basic ass shit, but you ain't gonna get you nowhere. So I encourage you all to embrace your lower self, but rise up. Acknowledge that yes, I'm this, I'm that. Even going into healing, as we talk about the root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, and then moving into the 4th and 5th dimension, your heart chakra. There's where you find compassion for yourself, and you give yourself permission to heal from any past experiences, whether or not you feel like you caused them, but to heal from those experiences. It was not your fault you did not get the love and the attention that you needed. It was not your fault that any of those situations happened to you. It was, but it wasn't. Allow yourself to move on. That was an old chapter of myself. And I thank the Most High for allowing me to see that and for acknowledging that. And now I need to move on. Nothing stays the same. All things has to rise. All things has to keep going. All things have to keep spinning like the chakras and the galaxies. It has to keep spinning. It has to keep rising, right? It has to keep rising. Nothing stays the same. If you still doing what you did 5 years ago, girl, it's time for a reality check. Okay? If you still doing what you did last year, it's time for a reality check, honey. And I'm gonna give it to you. Hit me at 28spirit at mystic@gmail.com. I'm gonna give you that reality check, honey. Okay. You welcome, Jaliel. Come on. Come on, Grand Madam. Yes. Yes, honey. Poverty is a sin. And sin means error. So poverty is a sin, sickness is a sin, but in the scriptures also says that death, lack of knowledge is what will kill my people. Death is an end, right? It is a transformation. It is a start of a transformation, right? We're dealing with that Pluto Saturn energy, right? Going into Saturday being the day of the dead and all the good stuff. But death is really the doors you go through before new life is created, new life is thought of. Even going into when a woman is pregnant, the baby's inside your uterus in pure darkness for 9 months, 10 months, right? And then it comes out and it sees the light and the babies get startled. Ah! Start screaming and shit, right? Some of y'all had to get your ass whooped because you wanted to stay in that darkness. God bless you. Yes, God bless you. But yes, yes, yes. Poverty is a sin. Yes. And it's an error you have to recognize. When you know better, you do better. We have www at our fingertips. We have the ability to learn any and everything that we need to. There's no excuse for any type of ignorance anymore at all. At all. There's no excuse for any type of ignorance on any level. We have www dot where you can type in anything you want to get to know people, to get to know things. And even if it's behind closed doors. But I always tell people catch on, even though I won't admit it. They catch on. And out of jealousy and out of hate and out of envy and out of the lower self, whatever connects to the lower self, you will speak ignorance to people or about people because, of course, it's jealousy. Of course, you feel some issue with that. People who speak about racism a lot, white folks, they're not secured in their blackness. I guarantee you that. When white people talk about black people, they're not secure in their whiteness. Whatever that is, whatever blackness is, they're not secured in that. When straight people talk about gay people, honey, and they've never walked around that shoe, they're not secured in their heterosexuality. They're not completely secured and comfortable in them liking what they claim they like. That's what caused you to question yourself, which in return caused you to question other people. Because the Bible says, love thy neighbor like thyself. Because it's also saying how you view your neighbor is how you view yourself, technically. If you spew out hate, it's because you have hate within. If you spew out love, it's because you have love within. And love will always be present, regardless of what. If somebody is truly a loving person, regardless of what they do or what they say, love will still be the backbone of that situation and how they act. It takes a nasty ass person that's rooted in motherfucking nastiness and hatefulness to do some very fucked up shit to people, even when they mad. And as we always say, a drunk person speaks a sober mind, so does an angry person. An angry person speaks what they truly feel. If it takes them to be mad to call you a nigga bitch, a transvestite, a homosexual, a faggot, a nigga, a hunk, if it takes all that for them to get upset to call you that, that's because that's how they truly feel. Well, I said that because I was mad. Bitch, bye. You said that because that's how you really feel. Because I've yet to read somebody down when I got mad and didn't say what I didn't feel, honey. And that's just me. If I don't think you big and nasty, I'm not going to call you big and nasty when I'm mad at you. I'm going to call you what I know about you, you big old pit full face bitch. That's just me. Well, I'm going to call you that. But if I call you something outside of that, I don't expect you to forgive me. And I'm not going to apologize. And we can just end it. Because I'm not going to apologize for what I said, because I said what I meant what I said. And I'm also not going to expect you to say, oh, it's okay, you called me a trap mouth, pitbull face. I still think you're cool. Now I know you've been fake as fuck, bitch. Because when I called you a pitbull, trap mouth, bitch, you also called me something. What the fuck you called me, girl? Girl, bye. Bitch, please. Don't try me. Anyway. Thank you. Come on, 1111 coach. Thank you. Yes, honey. Dea, it's important to speak over your body. Yes, tap your body. Kind of like when you tap your candles on your altar. You're tapping into that body. Oh, yeah, I got some good stuff too. Tomorrow we'll talk about that though. Because I gotta go. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. 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 Oh, mm, mm. My mom was texting me. She said, when can I come over to your house? Let me know. Girl, my mom she itching to get up over here, y'all. She itching to get up over here. Yeah, she itching to get up over here, girl. Anyway, yes. Yes, honey. That's right. Say crisscross. Come on. Crisscross make you jump. Ooh, woo style, honey. Yes, all that energy was flowing. Woo style. Mm-hmm. I get so excited when I talk about spiritual stuff, honey. I start stumbling on my words, biting my own damn tongue. But anyway, y'all, I will see y'all the next video though. Okay, y'all? Yes, honey. Check out the blogspot 28spirit8mystic8.blogspot.com. You can email me about questions about product services at 28spirit8mystic8 at gmail.com. And as I always say, I'm always open for a good debate. Now, I don't want to do no debate on why I don't like people. You were talking about blah, 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 blah. That's not a debate, baby. We're not doing that, okay? Because you're not going to get me to change my mind. But what we will do, we can have a debate about, our perspective on things, and a debate is not an argument. It's just, we're going to agree to disagree. And I would love to do that, honey. Haters, the lines are open for all the haters. And for my lovers, honey, and lack thereof. We should say for my lovers and lack thereof, honey. And I'm always open for a spiritual debate and to get enlightened as well as to enlighten. It goes both ways, honey. Hello. So anyway, honey, yes, peace and love. Yes, honey. You were dancing with us. Music. Come on, no, that's right. Come on, have a good night. Yes, drive a VV, honey. Yes, drive that VV, honey. Yes, honey. Anyway, y'all, love and live. Thank you guys for stopping by. Yes, honey. Yes. And this video was called Matronese Isis, honey. The Great Awakening. Planetary. Planetary evolvement, honey. It's time that we all wake up.